blend in, most Proud Boys are deliberately dressed in plain clothes instead of their signature black and yellow. Again, some rile up the crowd. Others clash with officers. They're also communicating with each other at this time. On Telegram, a fellow Proud Boy tells the group to push inside the Capitol. One of the leaders responds, "We are trying." It's further evidence of their collective intent. Let's get them, boys! Come on! But they change their approach when police with riot control weapons arrive and restore some control of the terrace. We know from their communications that leaders told members to expect contingency plans and that they'd work in teams. And over the next few minutes, we see some of these teams falling back in a coordinated fashion. Starting with the leaders, Biggs and Nordine, at 1:25 p.m.
I fucking love my life. The Proud Boys.
Another group at 1:26, and another at 1:28.
You just stole a riot shield? Yeah. Wow.
One leader, Zachary Rail, sends an update from the plaza. He texts, "We're at a standstill." Key groups like Biggs and Nordine's hang back and look on for about 15 minutes. When they re-enter, they avoid the standoff with police, and instead target two new access points to the building, where Proud Boys will lead fresh efforts to get inside. First, we'll follow one Proud Boy moving over to the east. His name is Ronald Lork.
Stopped by 25 officers. Don't back down, Patriots. The whole fucking world is watching.
To the crowd around him, he looks like any other protester, but he was hand-picked by Nordine, one of the top leaders and a well-known far-right figure, to be on the front lines on the 6th. Over text, Lork told Nordine that he would bring, quote, 3 bad motherfuckers with him. A little before 2 p.m., we see Lork, with a few other Proud Boys, heading for the east side, where for hours, hundreds of protesters have remained behind the barricades. But within minutes of these Proud Boys arriving, the police will be overrun. It's their playbook in action again. One of Lork's team antagonizes officers at the front, while another clears away barricades.
Oh, she about to throw it. Woo! Uh-oh, that man's crazy. That man.
The momentum tips. The crowd easily breaks through the police line and sweeps through the next barrier, as Proud Boys take down fence after fence. Suddenly, all the way down the eastern line, the crowd pushes past police and takes over the plaza. We'll return there shortly. Back on the west side, the crowd has made little headway against the officers on the plaza. And some Proud Boys have gathered here instead, off to the left by a scaffolding that leads up to building entrances. It's a key access point that's lightly guarded. And when Joe Biggs and his team rejoin the fray, that's exactly where they go. Within 2 minutes of Biggs' arrival, over a dozen Proud Boys are now trained on that entrance, and they attack the police. They've unleashed the crowd around them again, kicking off a fierce 20-minute battle for the scaffolding. It's the closest yet the mob has come to the lawmakers inside, who are still in session. Again, Proud Boys stay at the front. When police start using weapons here,
Rubber bullets in the face.
Joe Biggs retreats again with a small team. They stand to the side and watch from the lawn. Some of them peel off and head for the east side of the Capitol, where Biggs will meet them later. And when the rioters finally win the scaffolding, Biggs follows up the stairs after them.
This is exactly what was feared.
Proud Boy Dominic Pizzola is one of the first rioters to breach the building. And just as he does throughout the day, Biggs follows just a minute behind. At this point, the Proud Boys have been critical players in 5 major advances. But they aren't done. After Biggs enters, he exits almost immediately to the east of the building. We don't know why, but in the chaotic crowd, he manages to team up again with the Proud Boys who left him some minutes earlier. In the background of this clip, we also hear Biggs on the phone, arranging to meet up with Ethan Nordine, also known as Rufio.
Oh, we're at the door where we came out of, on the outside. We're at the front door. Yeah, here, I'll go back down to where you are. Go that way. Paul's down there. I'm gonna meet you.
Biggs makes his way up to the central stairs on the east side. Other rioters have tried, but so far failed, to fully break in here.
You're in my way.
Calm down.
You're in my way.
I'm trying to get in too.
All right.
I'm trying to get
You're
in
in
too.
my way.
Lork, who we saw removing barricades earlier on the east, is already near the front. And 2 of the Proud Boys we saw him with earlier use chemical spray against the police. When rioters already inside the Capitol help open these doors, Lork is one of the first to spill inside. Biggs's group is right behind him. Entering from the opposite side at this time is Nordine, who makes his way into the same foyer. By now, it's mayhem. Congress is in lockdown. Lawmakers are being evacuated, and the peaceful transfer of power has been stalled. Hundreds of rioters are milling around inside the Capitol, and at the heart of it all are the Proud Boys leaders. The group fans out across the building.
Where's the rest of everybody? There's not enough of us. They're gonna bring feds in or something.
And later celebrate on Telegram. Lawyers for the Proud Boys have denied that there was any prearranged plan or conspiracy to storm the Capitol. After over a year, the country is still grappling with what really happened on January 6th. As our analysis shows, the Proud Boys played critical roles, from the first moment of violence to multiple breaches of the Capitol, while leaving the impression that it was just ordinary protesters leading the charge. The arrest of individual members has not deterred the organization or the far-right extremist movement they embody, and the Proud Boys continue to hold nationwide events. As their now former chairman, Enrique Tarrio, would like you to know,
Love them or hate them, the Proud Boys aren't going anywhere. We're here to stay.